Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River, and we've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 480.
50. Check Mike. Check Mike. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 99. Check 99.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Dak Prescott last year against Philly, boy, biggest game of his career passing yardage-wise, 455 yards, 3 touchdowns in a 29-23 December victory over the Eagles.
He's coming, double up.
26.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
In your face.
We're going to 54. Wide in.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Wide in.
He's checking, son. Crack.
47. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Wide in.
Mike's 50. You can't block.
Here we go. 46.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, I'm coming. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
26.
To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
All day.
Smooth.
Every day.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Caught here by Bell. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Locke gonna throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
On the set.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch that in. Watch that hand.
Block now on first down. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw it is Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He's got Green. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
There we go, kill.
Echo. Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught by Watkins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, wide in.
You better be afraid of me.
Here we go, going to 54, wide in.
Mike
26.
Prescott off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
26.
Now Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Watch Mike. Watch Ron. Tight left.
He'll run here with the former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he stopped immediately there. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
see.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing his lock on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quan Alexander, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And the Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go, 47.
Off.
26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he goes down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Take it at the 37. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can grab as many home games as possible to try to get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 23.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Nelson. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
Wild Bill. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this out wide. It's Nelson with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17.
That's what I'm talking about.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
90, Wolf.
Pick me up.
Hey, Delta.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Here I come.
Snap.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And an alley to run. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Day, baby.
Let's go. 50, plant.
He's coming. Check him. Check him.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Fire.
On 2nd down now, it's Bell, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
We're going to work.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Check 26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Let's go now.
The Eagles
Head
offense
logo.
set to begin their next drive.
Hey,
Less than 30 seconds to go in the
5-7.
half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yeah, so you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Ready, ready.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
61, matchbox light. Shoot.
They'll run on second down with Cohen.
Go, go. It's run.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Down. 18 Gator.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Set, ready.
Already at the
60
line, this
outlaw.
Philly offense set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
What I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, it's Cohen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. It's complete to Fuller. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Let go.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tariq Cohen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further on in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Let's go.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touch. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action now. Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
15 line.
We're pretty quiet.
Snap.
First down, a run with Cohen. Room here to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Crunch time.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Switch.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
90 Wolf.
Chef.
General West.
Mike 57. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
5.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Boston Scott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we scored touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it is 28-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
47.
Prescott now. He spins free. This is Coleman with a grab. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second and a yard, Prescott. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Prescott from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Finding Green complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Okay, baby, I see you.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop the franchise. There you go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Quan Alexander in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that we enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
It's going to be a runner. It's going to be a thrower. Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Deep rip.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Locke gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. Locke now, 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On the ready.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, wahoo!
3 down.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Locke going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
1st down, Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
22 jet bomber, now.
They run. This is Cohen. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
57's mine.
To throw it is Lock. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Harris to return. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 50. Rip left.
Here we go, 46.
Undercross. 26.
Here's Prescott. He's got Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
SOS.
26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Now this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Here we go. 180. Here we go. Night. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 180. Switch it. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 126.
Third and long for Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Watch out. That's it. Alert 3. 56.
Now Prescott on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A.J. Green, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just... And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Mike's 50, Mike.
Hey, kill. And
bring it. Alert flare.
One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Philadelphia, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.